All right, so we're finally ready. We're going in with Xenoverse 2. Lord Paragon Perfection, the natural selection here. And today we got a little bit of a different agenda. We got some leveling up to do, some grinding, because I was unaware that apparently there's a bonus TP Metal event, and we also got to finish up Future Saga Chapter 3. So we're going to get all that done in this stream. Of course, I know why you chose to watch this stream. It's the best piece of Dragon Ball or Xenoverse entertainment on the internet today. You know, you got a bunch of pretenders out here trying to act like they're the source, the one-stop shop of Dragon Ball content, but anyone in the know knows it's your man's Lord Paragon Perfection, you know, the purveyor of female rights, the stand against all injustices in anime, the head of the Dragon Ball table, nay, the head of the anime table, Lord Paragon Perfection and Natural Selection. How are you guys doing this afternoon? Let me know in the chat. Hey, there we go. What's up, Common Rider? Well, first things first, before we do all that, I'm not waiting another 6 months to find out whether they add Super Saiyan 4. By the end of this stream, we're going to make another CAC. I was saving this as a Saiyan slot, waiting. Oh, what's up, Dark Nightwing TV? I was saving this slot for when they inevitably add Super Saiyan 4, but they keep on dragging their feet. And Future Saga Chapter 4 is not due to come out until like April of next year. So I'm not waiting that long. Go ahead and get rid of that slot. And by the end of this stream, I'll go ahead and make a new character. Yeah, so apparently, like I said, like I was previewing in the beginning, apparently there's some kind of extra EXP event, and I want to go ahead and hop on that because I feel like one of the biggest mistakes about this DLC pack is that, or with what all the DLCs that have been doing this, they keep on adding level increases, and it is super duper ridiculously grindy. It's like, especially when you have all 8 character slots and you have to go through each and every character to like level them up, it's been way too grindy. That 20 levels that I'm about to grind, if I don't do it now, it takes about a week or two to do each and every character. It used to make sense when at the end of that you would get an awoken, but now they're not adding awoken. See, like it made sense with Ultra Instinct, but now they keep on doing level increases. And it's like, look, if you're not going to give me an awoken, some kind of skill or some kind of whatever, super soul, something at the end of the rainbow, quit increasing the, like, it's arbitrary at this point. It's arbitrary that they're doing all these level increases and there's no point to it. And then they don't want to increase the damage of the super attacks, the base super attacks to scale with the new levels, which is something that they need to do. Do I think that they'll get a PS6 release? I think by the time the PS6 actually comes out, which is, I think it's 2027, 2028 has been the dates that I've heard about PS6 coming out. I think by then they'll be ready for Xenoverse 3, because by then they would have either done enough movies to make a new game and base a game around like those several movies, or Akio Yoku would have already put out a new anime and it would have gotten enough content by then to make a new game around it. But it might not be so, because right now, from what Geekdom says, I don't think he said this, but the rumor is, let me correct myself here. Geekdom didn't necessarily say this, but apparently Shueisha is trying to do a seasonal format where they release like 20 episodes a year. So they're starting it with One Piece, where One Piece is going to get like 20 episodes. Now, I don't know what Capsule Corp Tokyo is going to do, because of course they own the anime, so they don't really have to do anything with Shueisha. But if everything is going to 20 episode a year formats, then you can say bye-bye to anime games, because you need more content than just 20 episodes. Like you can't just do, because by then you'll never get a new game that is basing itself around the new content. So if Dragon Ball was to come back next year, that's 20 episodes. Then you gotta wait till 2027. That's another 20. That's 40. That's still not really enough to base a new game around. I think that might be barely enough to cover the first arc of a new anime. That would be barely enough. Barely. And nobody's gonna buy for one arc. Like one arc worth of content is not enough. You need 2 or 3. Really, you need 3 or 4, but 2 or 3. You can't just come in and be like, okay, well, here goes this one new arc. You might as well stick to the DLC formula then. Which consoles do you have? I have a Nintendo Switch. I don't really see the necessity behind the Switch 2. Honestly, I only buy consoles based upon necessity. I got a PC. I got a gaming PC. I got like a ROG Zephyrus something. Like, it's one of the high-end models. I know I paid like $4,000 for this laptop, so it's one of the higher-end models. So, but ironically enough, I don't play too many PC games. Like, I'm sitting here. Like internally, I want them to make it like a waifu off-brand anime Dynasty Warriors or an arena fighter or something. Like I got so hyped when they announced that Taimanin Asagi game, and it looked like it was close, but then they never released it for PC. Let's see, I got a PS5, even though I did a whole video and a whole live stream announcing the fact that I got a PS5, because I finally said, you know what, I'll toss a couple little dollars over there and buy a PS5. I did that months ago. Do you not know that these idiots still don't know that I have a PS5? I just choose to mostly play on PS4. I don't know, like, it's weird because as a kid, I was always all about the old one. We had Game Boy SP, or I had an SP, and most of the years I had a Nintendo DS, and I used to love handhelds, but big screens have spoiled me. I don't really see the point of, like, if you have the option to do it, why wouldn't you want to see all the graphics on the big screen TV? I got a damn near, I think it's like a 50-inch or 60-inch here. I think it's probably about 55. I have a 55-inch flat screen just hanging off of my wall right here. Why would I want to play on anything smaller? I paid a lot of money for this particular TV. Why would I want to play on anything smaller than that if I have the option? Now, it was different when Nintendo DS didn't give the option to play on anything bigger. But when Switch gave me that option, I literally do not take this Switch anywhere. This Switch is always on deck. Always. I don't know. I get nervous about my Switch. I don't like taking it out into the wild, bro. Like, you forget how big a Switch actually is. Because at least a Nintendo DS, it'll fit perfectly in your pocket, right? But a Switch is way too damn big for that. And I'm like, I don't want to crack this screen. I actually do have a Switch case. I got a Pokemon themed Switch case that I could put it in, but I still don't like taking it. It's like a sacred artifact. It stays on the deck. I don't take it off the. I just don't. Okay, so apparently I got 100 STP medals. Go ahead and get that out the vault. What are your top 10 waifus from any anime? Huh. Well, if I stick to strictly, because I obviously I gotta put adult anime, if you get what I mean. I gotta put that off to the side, or we're gonna be here all damn day. But if we just go with just straight up waifus, am I restricted to just anime? Or can we include anything in animation? Because if we include anything, we're going with Fasha number 1, Android 18, that's number 2, Poison Ivy, specifically Poison Ivy from Batman and Robin: The New Adventures. Who else? Who else do I have to? Tsunade. Tsunade is number 4. Hinata is number 5. Even though I would probably rank her a lot higher, but Hinata is number 5. Bulma's number 6. Cell Saga Chi-Chi is number 7. Kale, Caulifla, and then Kefla, they take the rest of the spots. Now, we go beyond that. You got to get Rangiku, Unohana, a lot of the Bleach women, a lot of them. It's just so many. It's so many. I'd probably have to make a video on that. Jessie from Pokemon. Jessie Bell from that one episode. Which that's surprising. She never came back. Jessie Bell never came back. Why was she a one and done? Angewomon. Damn, Angewomon probably would have ranked a lot higher. Lilithmon or Laylamon. They've called her so many different names. It's Lilithmon. She would probably be top 10. It would be a lot of people tied for 1, 2, and 3, and it would just kind of debate out after that. Power Girl. God, Power Girl. It gets ridiculous. Brius Grimory. She would be a top contender. Armika. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this level up grind on. Also, let me know if the music gets too loud. I'm playing it right off the laptop. Let me know if it gets way too loud for the stream. Okay, good. Oh, he did say any anime. Damn it! I only read the first, the top sentence or the top part of that message. Even though I know this move is like low damage, let me see how much it does to Vegeta. Yeah, you see why this move sucks. Okay, W List, how do you feel about these YouTubers using Xenoverse 3 for clicks? What are your thoughts on Xeno 3? Because I'm not falling for that trick. I don't think Xenoverse 3 is going to come out anytime soon. But at the same time, I think it's disgusting that Xenoverse 2 is doing only like 2 characters per pack. I think it's kind of greedy to try to have things both ways, because the reason they're only doing 2 characters per pack, it's not a rights issue, because obviously you're seeing all these characters pop up in other games that Bandai Namco owns. So obviously they have the license to use these characters in different video games. But they ignore the fans who are telling them exactly what they want, and they're just doing whatever because they want to save everything. So we're telling them we want Android 21 or Majin 21 right now in Xenoverse 2. Well, obviously, they're sitting up here saving her, air quotations, saving her for Xenoverse 3. We should have gotten playable Chilai, and we should have gotten playable base Broly, but they're saving them either for like an emergency padding situation, we know that KO Berserk is coming for Chapter 4, but to make that pack look better, they're probably saving playable Chilai and Broly to toss them in that particular pack, because all they'll probably end up putting in there, if it was not for those characters, is KO Berserk and maybe some new form of Fu, when they have the ability to go all out. So Xenoverse 3, I think they're trying to play it too many different ways. They're trying to have their cake and eat it too. When they need more content to keep people hooked for the Xenoverse 3, they need to be adding more stuff to Xenoverse 2. So when they have more people longing for Xenoverse 3. Xenoverse 3 should not come out until PS6 has had its first 2 to 3 years, to see if it's going to be another sleeper console or is it actually going to be the new console generation. That's the major thing there. So obviously these people, these YouTubers, are trying to will Xenoverse 3 into existence because they want to save their dying channels. Like, they want to do the same Humpty Dumpty content again. They probably already have the same BS titles saved in a Word document somewhere. How to get all the Dragon Balls in insert Xenoverse 3. How to go Super Saiyan in Xenoverse 3. How to blah, blah, blah. They probably got all that shit on the back end because those videos were probably the bulk of their views. And they can't get a lot of views anymore without doing generic shit like that anymore. So me personally, I do want a Xenoverse 3, but I don't want one just for the sake of my channel. If Xenoverse 3 comes out, it shouldn't be about withholding characters to make it more appealing, because if you do Xenoverse 3 right, I'm gonna want to play all the characters in Xenoverse 3. Like, look, I played the Xenoverse 2 version of KO Berserk. Let me see what Xenoverse 3 is working with. I played the Xenoverse 2 version of Broly, but damn, Xenoverse 3 was such an upgrade. The combat system is different, and it's a huge upgrade. The created character is a huge leap forward, and it feels like a brand new game. It feels like a huge evolution. It feels like Xenoverse 2 was the Charizard, and Xenoverse 3 is the Mega Charizard Y. It's got to be a big upgrade, but I don't want them rushing one out, because if they do it like they did Sparking Zero, it's going to die. If it's not enough of a mega difference, Xenoverse 3 will die. And all these same YouTubers that are trying to force it After they get through killing the game genre, they'll go be parasites on another IP. If PS6 does what it's supposed to do, you won't have that problem, because people will migrate to the PlayStation 6 because it will be a huge enough upgrade, and there'll be a more differences to justify people making that migration. I bought this PS5. I don't see anything different from it and a PS4. I feel like I'm on a PS4 Pro. So if PS6 is the same thing, a lot of people are going to look at that and say, no, but I'll stay on PlayStation 4. Unless they do something grimy, like they say, well, we're ending service for PlayStation 4. And they might turn a lot of people into PC gamers if they do that. So I don't know. Used to, I knew when a new console was coming out. Did I get any TP medals for that? Anyway, you used to know when a new console was coming out because it would actually be a definition upgrade. So, as a kid, we had PlayStation 2 and it was pretty good. And then when I think they updated to MP4, they went from basic DVDs and whatnot, and they upgraded to MP4, and that's when PlayStation 3 came out. And it was a decent enough leap. It was a good enough leap from PlayStation 2 graphics to PlayStation 3 graphics. You could do different stuff on your PlayStation 3. Like, you used to be able to store, like right now, I would not be playing music off my PC. You used to have the ability to have your entire playlist on your PlayStation 3. I love that. Do you not know, back on Raging Blast 1 and 2, I used to, when I was training in that, I used to have the Bruce Faulkner tracks playing in the background. I used to play that for endless hours. Had my own custom soundtrack going whenever I wanted to play. It was cool. And then I guess for some reason, because they had to promote Spotify or whatever, they took it away with PS4. That sucks. It sucks. But then PlayStation 4 came out, and this was the era of, I guess, there wasn't a new video format out, I don't think, but I think this was like the Ultra HD 1080p generation where they started pushing all that. And it was okay. It was a decent enough upgrade from PlayStation 3, but after that, there was no new format out. There was not an MP5. We're at that point now where all the HDs don't matter because the human eye can only perceive a certain level of definition anyway. So they're telling you that some is 48,000K mega hyper ultra HD. It's like your eyes don't care because you can't see anything that high. So there's no point for there to be a PS5 or a PS6 because there's no new functions, there's no new mechanics. The only thing that they seem like they want to push is cloud gaming, which not everyone cares about. Even though I got Ethernet, I want to have my games. The only games that I'm comfortable having digitally are on my PC. But I don't want to buy a game box, which is just ultimately a streaming box. I went and got my PS5. It's got the fucking disk drive on it. That's the way that I want it. I don't want a streaming service. Oh yeah, that's slow plays. Like, let me give you the history on slow plays, because you remember, I feel like it's been like 2 years. I did my research on slow plays, and really, he's not a person that is like worth me beefing with. I don't care. Like, he's not done anything to me directly, but he's still a scumbag. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a person who he's one of these people who are fake fans of Dragon Ball. And I know this because I've already researched him. He was not even into anime games or anything like that. He was a Nintendo tuber. years ago before he ever touched Xenoverse 1. And he was trying to push the whole Nintendo deal. And he got mediocre views, or what would have been mediocre views at the time. And then he started leaking stuff for I feel like it was either Xenoverse 1 or Xenoverse 2. He started doing the whole leaking the ending or leaking the whatever of Xenoverse 1 and 2. And he started getting views at it. So then he started becoming a parasite, attaching himself to the Dragon Ball brand, because he saw that there was a bunch of suckers over in the Dragon Ball fandom, and he kept on doing it. He doesn't actually play this stuff. He's not on ranked. He's not a competitive player. I'm not even really saying you have to be a competitive player, but obviously if you love this game, if you actually like this game, you're not going to just, talk about the hype moments for views and then turn around and you're never seen on it. You're never actually playing it day to day. You have a huge fan base. Oh, what's up, Custom Kit Gaming? You have a huge fan base. Have you ever asked the question, like, why do these people have these mega fan bases, supposedly 300,000 subscribers, and they never stream? The only person that you see stream is Steedosh, and out of his precious 300,000 subscribers, isn't it weird how he never goes above maybe 100 viewers, 100, 200 viewers? These people are not big. A lot of them bot their channels. That's why they can never, the algorithm, because they have botted certain videos, the algorithm has locked them to like Dragon Ball. That's why whenever Steedos tries to do anything else outside of Dragon Ball, you see what the views are. Embarrassing. His Dragon Ball views are embarrassing. Right now, he's getting a little bit of a surge. I think he had one video that hit like 40K. But other than that, his views have been abysmal for a person of his size, right? Slow Plays is really no better. He's afraid to even go live. The only time that sucker has ever gone live for Dragon Ball games is when they used to do the Conton City TV trailer updates or trailer reveals. And then after that, he did nothing at all because he does not play this game. I feel like, how can you be a parasite with 400,000 subscribers, but you can't even be bothered to actually learn to play the game? I'm not even saying you got to be like a top guy. I'm not saying you have to be the best. I'm not even saying you got to be top 10. But how can you get that many views and never just say, you know what, I actually need to be good at this? It's because they're not part of the community. And the community refuses to acknowledge it because they do the whole, hi guys, I'm Slow Plays. Oh God, the fake positivity shit. They do that fake garbage. And that's the echo chamber people want to exist in, I guess. So what are your favorite games and thoughts of the future of anime games as a whole? Let me go ahead and boot up the mission. First of all, I think that if Xenoverse 2 keeps doing what it's doing, it could go bad for them because a lot of people are tired of the 2-character format for DLC releases. At this point, it's obvious that they're withholding easy stuff that they could do. Naruto is in a horrible situation. Boruto had a failure to launch. That's why they have to attach Naruto as the title to everything, and they can't just go out there and push Boruto. One Punch Man, it's like they never wanted to try another anime game after the first game failed. Even though it was a decent game, it was just too stiff. The gameplay was too stiff, and I don't know why. It's like these anime titles, a lot of them do stupid stuff out the gate instead of doing tried and true. They tried a new developer when they should have known the CC2 would have been the one. You should have gone with the sure thing instead of just trying to do all this experimental bullcrap. A lot of these anime should have already had anime arena fighters. Black Clover should have had an anime arena fighter. What did they do? They did some weird crap out of the gate. They went doing some kind of Overwatch clone, and it didn't take off because people know when you have a combat anime or any anime with a fighting theme in it, a tournament setting in it, it needs to be a anime arena fighter. I don't care what you say. Now, can it have like side stuff like the Naruto Storm games that have the adventure modes and the other stuff added? Sure. But Black Clover, it flopped because it did not do what it needed to do, which was have an anime arena fighter. And I'm pretty sure had they done that, Black Clover would still be around as a game anyway. It would still be around. All they had to do was copy the Storm formula. Have supports, have cool over-the-top ultimates, have awakenings and whatnot. That's all they had to do. There is a successful formula for this already. So we got One Punch Man should have had a game. Black Clover should have had a game. My Hero Academia is in a weird place because of how they do their gameplay. So I don't know. Dragon Ball could be doing so much better. They seem to be focused more on their gacha games and putting crossover content with Fortnite and all that crap. They'll go hard on that. But then when it comes to the games that, you know, got them big in the first place, like Xenoverse, they're twiddling their thumbs and not doing anything. So it's pissing people off. Yeah, One Punch Man, they do have a game, a hero nobody knows, but when that game failed, they should have rebounded and come out with another game and should have just had, hey, CC2, we know you're the goats at different anime arena fighters. Go ahead and make us something. Because it's only really 3 anime companies or anime game companies you need to go to develop your game. Spike, Dimps. Oh no, not Spike. After Spark is Zero, not Spike. But in the olden days, it would have been Spike, Dimps, and now CC2. I would say that the people who developed Tamsoft, because Bleach Rebirth of Souls is not bad, but the problem with Bleach is they wait too damn long. They don't know how to keep hype up. They wait too damn long to release additional content. And all these anime, they have a problem with wanting to drip feed their content out. So Bleach has so much they could have done. The Bounce arc, the Zanpakuto arc with all the Zanpakutos given physical forms. Anything really before the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, they could have done characters for. But they're dragging their feet, releasing one character. How the fuck? One character. Are you kidding me? That's what's pissing me off with that game. I expect the first game to kind of have its rough patches with gameplay, because obviously a sequel would come in and improve all that. But the way that they're doing the content is just pissing people off and rubbing them the wrong way. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Yeah, a Jump Force 2 would do well, but they have to make sure they don't have JoJo's characters, because that's what got them taken down in the first place. Because a lot of these anime, they have these other deals with like different studios. So JoJo's Bizarre Adventures has some kind of deal with Warner Brothers, and because of that, they had to stop releasing DLC for Jump Force. It gets complicated. It's a lot of legal stuff there. So I don't know if a Jump Force would work again, because these companies, they make deals with these like Western entities, and it's messing with how they can distribute content in their games. But literally, all these different animes could have had games by now, and they could have taken over. And I think that they're also trying to prevent anime from taking over, because a lot of people, you gotta remember, a lot of millennials, and a lot of Gen Zs, they don't like the NBA 2K Madden, whatever ball or gun game. They don't like that. They don't like Call of Duty. They might like Overwatch. They used to like Overwatch because of the waifus, and they messed that up. But a lot of people in our generations, they're into anime. And I think that the West has always been afraid of that. So I think they're forcing anime to kind of sell right now. Like, to not do what they could be doing, because they already dominate with Pokemon. They could be dominating even more with Digimon. They could be dominating even more with Dragon Ball. But for some odd reason, they can't get all their ducks in a row to do what they need to do. It pisses me off when I could look at Fortnite, all the money that they make, and they could put Dragon Ball and anime stuff in their stuff. They can have all these different intellectual properties cross over. But for some reason, in my Xenoverse game, I can't get a hypothetical Naruto outfit. I can't get a My Hero Academia outfit to celebrate what they're doing. You cannot tell me that Japan is so hard-nosed that they don't see the potential of cross-pollination. Like, hey, just have these outfits in your game and more people want to play the game. Or, want to have the content. They did that before. It's weird, but they did that before. They had Naruto Sage Mode, or they had Goku Super Saiyan Sage Mode in Battle of Z. And it's like they never did that again. They had Naruto in Son Goku clothing. And then they never did that again. It's like, why? That's the kind of stuff people want to see. It definitely seems like that, and I think they don't think people are gonna catch on to that. But yeah, they come out the first couple of months, they're cool, at least through like the first DLC, and they start just like, I don't know, they start selling. And they can't say they didn't have support. They had all the fan support. A lot of these games will have all the fan support in the world, and then they get disrespected. It's like we're punished for actually supporting the content that we like. Everyone loves Xenoverse 2. They support it. Everyone, even the haters who claim they hate Xenoverse 2, guess what? They still buy the DLC. So people are supporting. And you would figure that, okay, since all these people are buying this DLC or buying all these DLCs, let's make more and make more money. You're not finna tell me it takes you half a year to develop a DLC character. I'm not believing it. You're not convincing me of that. It does not take you 5 to 6 months to make 2 dinky DLC characters. And again, I'm not even complaining.
You can do a lot better.
Okay, 36. I'm not even complaining about characters reusing assets. I don't care. If you can reuse an asset and make it do a new thing, I don't care. As long as it fits the character and it doesn't look goofy. Like right now, if we go look at the roster right now, it's so much that they should have, it's actually ridiculous. Like right now, okay, so instantly I can tell you, where's Fighting Trunks? We got Sword Trunks. We have Dragon Ball Super Sword Trunks all the way over here. Why don't we have Fighting Trunks? The actual Cell Saga Fighting Trunks. Why don't we have Ultra Super Saiyan Grade 3 Trunks? Those are important characters. Why don't we have them? Hell, since you seem like you're stuck on reusing the same Trunks model, why don't we have Dragon Ball Superhero Trunks? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid stuff. at this point, we finally got the rest of the Brolys, even though we're missing movie 10 Super Saiyan Broly, which I guess he could be, like, if they wanted to do something cool, they could release an outfit for him to have him in his movie 10 blonde Super Saiyan look. Because I think that's the only thing that's missing on Broly as far as covering the Broly. Outside of having base Broly as a character, we still need him, and that's the only thing missing. But like on this Broly over here, he should have his movie 10 look with his blonde Super Saiyan look. Yeah, I could easily beat Krillin. How do you think I got 18? I kind of wish that the custom keys with Goku and Vegeta, they could make them go beyond Super Saiyan 3 and just get them the CAC transformation animation. Oh, they'll never do that. They'll never do that. But we got GT Vegeta. Fine, that's cool. Where's his custom key partner slot? Because you know he needs a better Super Soul and a better moveset. Majin 21, where is she at? Base Topo, where is he at? Because Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra had her. Dragon Ball Sparking Trash Zero had her. Where's Base Kale? Where's Base Kale and where's Berserker Kale? That's two easy characters right there. Where's Base? Again, because they could pull all their moves from Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. There's no excuse. Where's Base Caulifla? Where's Ultra Super Saiyan Caulifla? Bruh, oh, where's Base Kefla? Boo Tanks. Where's Boo Tanks? Where's the rest of the Pride Troopers? At least give me Coquette and Khosrol, because those are like the main characters that had the biggest charisma and the biggest character moments. You gotta have Coquette. You have to have Coquette, because that was like a key fight for Caulifla and Kale. You have to have Coquette. Khosrol, you can include him just so he can have his Captain Ginyu what if fight, because he's like the fake leader of the team, because technically it's Topo, but Khosrol is the guy that's into doing all the poses and crap. You can have him. Where is he at? Where's the other forms of Frost at? Every game they're ignoring first form Frost, and then assault form Frost, and then max power Frost. Where are those other characters? Why in the world do we not have Margarita? Where's Margarita? Where's Margarita? Where is she at? Come on. Thus far, I've probably named like 10, 15 characters they could easily add. Easily. The rest of the Gods of Destruction and Angels, you can't hit me with, it's a copyright issue. No, you put them in Gekishin Squadra, so there was no rights to issue them. Put them in here. That's an easy big DLC pack. Huge. All the angels, and throw in the Grand Priest too. What's up, the Batman? Welcome to the stream, bro. Where's Darkness? Since we're doing all this Dragon Ball Heroes stuff now, bring back Toa, because Fu is getting tired. We've had like 5 years of Fu. He's done. We're done with him. Where's Darkness Queen Toa? Bring her back. Put in we got Dragon Ball Daima, right? How about you put in Dr. Arinsu? Put Dr. Arinsu in, since she's Demon Realm too. Have her bring back Toa through whatever magic she has to do, and as like a sister duo, they try to take down the Time Patrollers, right? Maybe they can make a brand new Mira. Who know? You know what I'm saying? Where's Oceana Shinron? Sin Shinron. That would be a decent upgrade. Have Sin Shinron, and maybe update this one, because this Shinron is the color that the Sin Shinron should be. And then this Shinron should be like pearl white. They got him eggshell white. This Shinron is supposed to be like pearl white. That's always annoyed me. I don't think they could add Fat Janemba. I don't think they can do that. So I'm not expecting that from them. Yeah, well, long time no see, Batman. I don't expect them to add Fat Janemba unless it's a parallel quest or a raid. Haruda could be a raid. So I'm not going to hold them for that. But Ultra Super Villain, I think they'll end up doing Ultra Super Villain Kid Buu before it's all said and done. But he needs an update. Why is he not a custom partner yet? Why is he not a custom partner yet? You see what I'm saying? It gets ridiculous. They could do a very easy one. Ultra Super Villain Cell, and they make him look like Cell Max, but perfect form Cell Max. Easy layup. Easy layup. Easy layup. Just make a red Cell that looks like Cell Max, but perfect. But I don't want them. I'm kind of like, because I don't want them to do a Dragon Ball Superhero redo. Especially if they're not going to add multiple. I'd rather them go ahead and get Kale Berserk out the way. That's what I want. I want Kale Berserk right now. Base Kale, if you could throw her in, and then Kefla. I don't think there's anything else they can really do with Cooler at this point, so I'm not going to hold them for that. Crusher Core, they can add that in. Turles' Crusher Core. Bojack. Where is Zongia? Zongia and Bojack bare minimum. Zongia and full power Bojack bare minimum. If you don't just go ahead and add their other characters. That's a cheap and easy 5 character DLC pack right there. Why are you not doing that? Super 13. Super Android 13 with the other two, 14 and 15. Easy layup. I feel like what takes them the most amount of time is doing these over-the-top cinematic scenes. And it's like, look, if that's taking up the budget, if that is what's making you guys take all this time to do that content, I'm only going to play the story mode once. I'm not going to say that Future Saga Chapter 3 had a bad story mode, because it didn't. It had a good story mode. But I'm going to replay the characters. So I need more than 2 characters. The characters are who I'm going to play day to day, not your story mode. So you should have, this DLC, since it was the 10th anniversary, it should have had 10 characters, honestly. No joke, 10 characters. Bare minimum 4 to 5 characters. Because you should have had base Broly, playable Chilai, and they should have shocked us with another edition. Where's Hachiak? People have been asking for Hachiak in literally every Dragon Ball game. Xenoverse 1 and 2. Where is he at? Fasha, with how much they love Bardock, right? All they have to do, since they're doing Dragon Ball Heroes stuff, and they already had Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, right? They already had him with Super Saiyan 3. His whole crew should automatically get put in. Toa, Shugesh, Borges, and Fasha. Bare minimum. If you want to go a step further, since you gave him Super Saiyan, how about you put in the character he went Super Saiyan against? Lord Chilled. You're too lazy to add Lord Chilled in the game? King Cold? Hales? That, thus far, I've not named anything that they can't touch, because I've not named Moro, I've not named Granola, any of those characters. Everything I've named is stuff that they could actually do with little effort, and they just don't do it. That's before we talk about GT Goten. Maybe an outfit for Gohan to have like GT Gohan. Easy layups. Easy layups. That's easy. I probably have already named like probably 50 characters before you have to go into real Dragon Ball Heroes territory, and before you would even really have to ask for the anime or movies to produce anything new. The missing Frieza forms. Oh, you're saving that for Xenoverse 3? No, they should be in the game already. You already know we're pissed off about semi-perfect Cell not being playable. All these characters that could get Ultra Super Villain. Lord knows 17 needs a custom partner and an Ultra Super Villain remix character. Because this character, as cool as he is, I'm like, why the hell is he not Why does he not get any love? Where's the custom moveset to kind of make him competitive? Where's the remix for him at? Yeah, they're still adding characters to the game, Batman. It's always going to be Xenoverse over Spark and Zero people, just like cinematic flashes, animations, and calls it good, a good game. People really don't understand Xenoverse has been carrying for a decade. Yeah, it has. It's always going to carry because it has the best replayability. The characters are different enough to where it doesn't feel like you're hopping on the same character. Sparking Zero, from what I've seen, it's the same character, but just a different skin. It's like Dragon Ball Fortnite. That's what it is. None of the characters actually, like, they don't have a different game plan when you play them. Like, for example, I have to have a lot more finesse playing with Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta because he does not have the same amount of bulk and the same amount of utility as Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku. So I have to approach the game completely different when I play Super Saiyan 4 Daima to, 3. I mean, I'm just saying Xenoverse needs to get off its ass and start doing more content. Limping in with 2 characters a year, that's not cutting it anymore. What did we get this year? I think we only got the 2 Diamond characters, which they shouldn't count because they probably had them done already, and they probably would have ended up being included with this pack, but they craftily like split it up. But like the 2 character formula is just pissing people off. You can do more. Like, I'm still so disappointed with this Broly. I keep on talking about this man. He sucks. This Broly sucks. Hell, this Gohan is better
keep everyone safe
than this Broly. Yeah, it needs more content, but it needs more. I feel like the right word is consistency. It needs more consistency. The next DLC pack should have been dropping for Christmas. If they really want to make up for this DLC, playable Chi and Broly, emergency DLC, we made them playable. There you go. Because they already have full-fledged character models. And then we should be talking about DLC coming out in February so they can go ahead and do the announcement at the new Dragon Ball event that's going on in January. And they should be dropping some DLC immediately after that event in February.
push me in the field.
Like, it's kind of ridiculous how unique this Gohan is. Even though he reuses some animations, they still manage to make him saucier than this Broly. Because nobody cares that he has some reused stuff on there. They found a way to make it combo animations and to make it actually fit. So there you go. You got light, cancel for the competitive community. So you're not stuck in one space. A decent, unique, heavy animation. You see. The classic Sun Family Dragon throw. Not bad. Like, he's just a better character. Yeah, the voice sucks. That's probably one of the main things, because Johnny on Boosh can't do it. But then look, a badass transformation, which is weird because this one was supposed to have Super Saiyan on him. I remember some modder said that he had like a preset or a profile that was supposed to have Super Saiyan on it, which clearly I say that means that he should have been a custom partner, a custom key partner, and they're just not doing it, and nobody knows why. Unless they got pissed off at the competitive community, because when they do custom, they still ignore a lot of the roster, but it's like people want freedom of moveset. I think they ended up seeing everyone put like Key Blast Cannon, because they wanted combo extensions on the character. And I guess they said, you know what, we're gonna fix you. No more custom key partner. It's like, bullshit. Give us the characters already. Like, that's more damage than what that Broly can do. Exactly. The story, 10 out of 10, even though it reuses Frieza for the millionth time, 10 out of 10 story. But the characters, where's the characters? Like, story mode is one of those things where you don't get credit for doing it well, but you have to do it well. But if anything else is lacking, it's like, why did you do the story over adding more characters? Because here's the thing, Broly, Super Saiyan 4 Diamond Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, they didn't have a story in their pack release, and nobody cared because it was more characters, and it was like the top-notch cool characters. The only thing people will say is that they should have had more. That 2-character formula has got to go. Let me get back to leveling up. It just sucks. It really sucks. Because I can't say the DLC pack is bad, because it's not. It's just not up to standard. Yeah, what's up, Sean? Oh yeah, the moves were disappointing. The moves were disappointing. I ran it on that, bro. Like, Broly's ultimate is ass, especially after having Final Flash Super Saiyan 3. Goku's ultimate is better. Mini Goku's ultimate is better. Burst Blitz. Even Jiren's full power destruction, better. Belmont's better because it's a combination of two different moves. It's basically Assault Rain plus Death Ball. Better. 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 Can't really say, but they made a super attack and ultimate. So better. Yeah, thanks. Hope you enjoy the content. Better. better. Cause they added like a sneaky mechanic on a Super Saiyan or Super Kamehameha, where it's basically a counter ultimate, a hidden counter ultimate. When someone hits you, you like vanish it and you hit them with the Kamehameha anyway. So it's basically an improved upon warp Kamehameha. I would even say these are better. And then it's like you got to Broly and it's like, what the fuck were you thinking with his ultimate? I gotta play Fasha. Gotta play Fasha. Like I said, you know, I don't want to say anything negative about Xenoverse 2. I don't. I will go out of my way to not say anything. If I can't say anything, I won't say anything negative about Xenoverse 2, but I'm not gonna lie. That's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. Story mode, Content City Patrol, best part of the DLC. The characters are ass. The end. Enough said. Oh yeah, it's got the same weakness as other setup moves. So if you get tapped once, the orbs go away. Tragic. I did not know that move was garbage. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for dropping in, bro. Thanks for checking in. Keto 8603.
This attack is nothing.
Oh, I know it's one thing that it might be good for. I didn't take any stamina damage while I was doing the ult, so that might be a thing. Oh, nope, it's not. I guess you just don't take any stamina damage from like indirect moves. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You can do a lot better than that.
I could have sworn that Marba Super Soul worked on TP medals. That's why I was trying to use it. What are my favorite moves? Key Blast Cannon, Gigantic Rage. Oh, we can actually look at them. Apparently, my favorite move is Burst Charge. Favorite evasive, Instant Rise. Yep. Favorite finisher, Force Edge. Yep. Favorite ultimate, giant storm. My highest combo is max 99, and my favorite character is Broly full power Super Saiyan, obviously. But let's look. Favorite super attacks, Demon Flash Strike, definitely. Supreme Fury, definitely. Heat Wave, yeah. Big Bang Knuckle, yep. If I had to go with like a but for style points, 10 times Kamehameha. I wish they would buff Power Impact. That's a pretty cool move, but it's just like and they could do better with Power Impact. Divine Kamehameha, definitely, and a lot of Kefla moves. All that for one level. Hold up, I got 490 STP. Let me see what I can get with that STP. So clothing, they still haven't updated it with anything cool. You know, besides the Pride Trooper fit, they really have like not really flexed the colorable outfits and STP medals. No new accessories. Super Souls are still meh. Gifts are meh. Don't really care about the whole this mascot thing. Like all these auras, it's just like, bro, just make them playable, customizable auras. What are you doing? Let's see. What made you start doing YouTube? I started doing YouTube because I loved gaming. I remember I was like any kid, just on YouTube watching videos, and, you know, having fun, just watching videos. I was watching a whole bunch of stuff all over the map with watching stuff. And when I discovered it, like YouTube, like gaming was a thing, I was a kid, so I didn't have capture card. I had like the first capture card I got was like a little crappy easy cap dangle thing that you put in the USB. But I didn't have a capture card at first. I remember I recorded my first Budokai Tenkaichi 3 gameplay off of a wonky webcam. I saw these other guys doing this. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna do it. I'll put my camera up to the TV and try to capture this gameplay. I remember I am still huge into Pokemon, but like back then, like you used to go to the different websites and they had like a whole forum pages, thousands of forum pages where you would go, besides Smogon, you would go and challenge people. You would challenge the gym leaders there. And like I was really into that and heavy into that. I still love Pokemon like that. I just don't, it's like with content creation and real life work, like at the 9 to 5 and everything, I just don't have time to go and do the whole Pokemon thing too, because I have to shift my gaming into what I post on YouTube. So I love Dragon Ball, so it's easy for me to come up and post Dragon Ball. And I've also been like heavily posting like Digimon content. I've been throwing some Pokemon in there too, but like as far as like getting more and more into the competitive community, I'm trying to, but I haven't had the time to really dig into the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet competitive aspect yet. But also when Dragon Ball games like Xenoverse, like Rage and Blast was when I really started. You had Storm 2, and then Rage and Blast 2, and it was easy just posting content because the games were fun, and we didn't have to have DLC constantly coming out. We had large rosters, and it was like easy to learn, but almost impossible to master. You had a high skill curve, and it was fun to constantly improve just to see what you could do, how you could push yourself. It was worth just sitting there for hours practicing a new character and seeing what you could pull out, like the potential you could pull out of that character. We used to be mains of characters. Like, you were a Perfect Cell main in Rage and Blast 2, or you were an Android 18 main or a 17 main. And that's one thing that I think unfortunately disappeared in Sparking Zero, was the whole theme of maining characters, because they're all cookie cutter in that game. So nobody wanted to stay and play that game. I didn't have any interest in it because I could recognize that from the beginning that the characters didn't function differently enough. But what pushed me and kept me going was just like, it was always a fun era of anime games. Naruto Generations, Storm 2, Storm 3, Revolutions. You had Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, I think after Ultimate Tenkaichi, they went through a rough patch. Because they had Battle of Z, which was a flop. Dragon Ball Connect, which was a flop. So I didn't really post those games too much. And it wasn't really until Xenoverse 1 that it was like the renaissance of Dragon Ball games. So of course, you know how to get on Xenoverse 1, and the rest is history, as they say. Dominated Xenoverse 1, dominated Xenoverse 2. Don't really care. Didn't really care about Dragon Ball Kakarot on YouTube, because it's like, even though I love the single player experience, you have to acknowledge that it's just like you're doing a story recital of the Dragon Ball content, and you're not really doing anything new. With Xenoverse 2, it's like you're doing new stuff and new plot lines, and all we're asking is that they get heavier into like the Dragon Ball Heroes aspect. So that's been the complete history. Yeah, the auras need to be playable. They need to be like, why can't I go? Why have they not updated it where I can go right here, go on customize, go to change equipment, and all they gotta do right below Super Soul is add an option for custom auras. Or if you want to be cheeky about it, why are you not adding it to the Super Soul? Like, look, if you have the soul of the character, you get their aura. Bam. And then if you want to have the ability to customize your aura beyond that, because they should have 2 slots. They should have one for you to add like the lightning or whatever that goes with like Super Saiyan 2 and 3 and some other forms. And they should have like the base aura. So they should have 2 aura slots for you to combine 2 auras to make your own unique aura for your character. Right there below Super Soul. You cannot tell me they can't add 2 extra slots. Easy, easy money. Not all anime games are kind of ignoring their customer bases, and that's bad. But it's bad, and it's a little bit good, because people will suggest dumb stuff from time to time. But like content wise, it's like, listen to your community. Because over in Storm Connections, they killed Connections because they listened to the wrong people. They don't nerf the characters that need to be nerfed, because people are tired. I'm upset that Kaguya sucks in that game, and they don't make her a high tier character like her placing in the series, right? But they come in with all these Boruto Otsutsuki characters that nobody really likes, and they made them like not even good. Good would not be the term. They made them obnoxiously broken. And because they refuse to go in and actually nerf them, because whenever they do changes in that game, they try to punish all the characters instead of focusing in on the couple of characters that actually need to be nerfed. Kawaki, all Kawakis, all Borutos, all Jigans, Ishas, all that. All those top tier characters that are like they should have been nerfed. Because people are feeling restricted in that game, and the spirit of the Naruto games is that you should be able to play whatever characters you want and not feel like you're focused or forced to playing the meta. because every character ought to be viable to a degree. Damn, 500 bastards. So the pages are kind of, they're whatever. Oh. Yeah, let me go get the STP real quick. But Dragon Ball games, we're telling them easy stuff they could give us to make us pay more money. And it's like they're not doing it. It's like, why? Don't you want this money, bro? Right here, free money. We're telling you what we want that we'll pay you for. We don't know what fans want. We told you already. Just listen. And what pisses me off, and this is why I don't trust them anymore, is that people used to waste time doing those crappy ass surveys. Well, what do you want in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2? What do you want in Dragon Ball games? I remember 3 or 4 years ago, people used to waste their time. This is our chance, everyone. All these BS YouTubers, this is our chance to tell them what we want. And all I've seen as a result of that is trash ass MOBAs, trash ass gacha games, trash ass mobile games that have everything that we asked for, characters wise, content wise. It's like, oh, so basically you're saying screw your console players that made you a success in the first place. You added all our suggestions in places we did not ask you for them in. We wanted base Kale and base Caulifla in Xenoverse 2. There you go, pushing them in Gekishin Squadra. Nobody asked you for that. It's like Corrupt-A-Wish. It really is like Corrupt-A-Wish. It's like we wish for that and like, oh, well, it's going in the mobile game. Fuck you. And you wonder why people are pissed with you guys. Again, the only reason they're not making ores is so they can come in with Xenoverse 3 whenever it's PlayStation 6 time. They're like, look, we finally added, we listened, we added playable ores. Hey, get the fuck out of here, dude. Talk about you finally listen. No, you just needed a cheap, like, again, this is cheap stuff that they're withholding. And it's like, if you're pushing the gameplay to the max and you're making big improvements, quality of life improvements, you don't have to hold stuff like playable auras or customizable auras back. Because the sequel will still sell on it being a marked improvement on Xenoverse.
This attack is nothing.
Damn it. All right, he shouldn't still be out. There you go. I'm about to say he still shouldn't be aggroing me right now. Damn it. Yeah, what's up, monkey? All right, you want to be cheesy? I got you.
I'll kill you!
Yeah, you don't like that burst attack too much, pussy. There we go. Should have been able to melt him in like 2 minutes. Let's see, if you're doing this raid, I would recommend running a poison move so his super armor goes down quickly, and run super android, a sword move, and phantom swipe for the super struggle move pros. Yeah, that probably would work.
You can do a lot better than that.
It's a shame, even though I'm getting like 36 medals a whop, it just feels like it's too much of a struggle, because you gotta think 36, you gotta do it 10 times to get 360. So that's still basically just one level up. They have got to come up off of some of this grind, bro. I shouldn't even have wasted time adding the Marba Super Soul, because the Marba Super Soul, I thought it would increase your rewards. I had that on other female characters, but it's the one that says now you're up in the ante or whatever. I swear that Super Soul is good for nothing. All these trash Super Souls, let me say this, all these trash like this. Why would you only when the battle begins, temper out? You know nobody's gonna use some trash like this. 10 seconds at the beginning of the match, bro. That's not enough time to do anything. What the fuck? They don't even consider what's actually gonna be good. They just, at this point, I think they're just like on a random generator. They don't even consider what needs to be a thing. Always. It's some of them that have the potential to be good. Like, oh, after you lose 25% of your health, you get all these different boosts. Okay, you know, that sounds good, but then like all this 10 seconds, 5 seconds, no. Now, if it takes 5 or 10 seconds to get a major boost and then the rest of the battle you're good and you got the boost, okay, at that point, yeah. All these ally super souls. Nobody care about these ally super souls. Like, they have got to. They could really revitalize this game if they would go in and redo a lot of these super souls, especially like all the base game super souls that need like redoing. I gotta jump on to other characters and switch their moves out. All right, let's see. Damn wireless control. I feel like these don't hold as long of a charge as the PS4 ones either. Like I said, I've been sitting here with this PS5 for like, what, 2 or 3 months? I do not see the hype. All right, so I know that's what I gotta do. Yeah, I know it's innocent scan. I got it. Even Argent oil. Argent oil. What's that? Let's see. Well, I will say this. The only good thing that this DLC has done, it's definitely perked up the lobbies way more than usual. We have a lot of people here. on a regular, but it's definitely like it's gone up a bit. And then you got to consider what time of day it is. Everyone else is still at work and at school. I think that's pretty good for how active this server is right now. Yeah, what's up, Ravi? We're just chilling, talking about like the squandered potential of Future Saga Chapter 3. In case you guys don't know the members of the Pride, this is Prince Vegeta's daughter, Zongia's daughter, Lady Arette, Super Android 69, the greatest creation, Majin Lust, Fasha, of course, Lady Fasha, Mistress Potan, and Hanyu. As we had to lay it down after Banyu embarrassed the Jace race. We had to let them know, nah, we got the thickness over here. So we got Hanyu. But enough with the introduction. I'm really hoping that like they kind of just like cut the DLC in half, and for Christmas they come in, they say, oh wait, no, we got something else for you. Surprise, playable Chila. Because it's weird. Their character models are fully done. They've shown them on playable stages, like actively on playable stages, full character models. I just don't believe they missed the chance to put an extra Broly in the DLC unless they're doing something sneaky and like saving them for Christmas. It needs to be Super Saiyan 4. And I don't know how much they're going to include in Chapter 4. I just know Kale Berserk is definitely going to be in there. But I would imagine that eventually at some point they're going to do mini SS4 Daima Goku and mini SS3. That would be the chance for them to go ahead. And I feel like that could be an easy 5 character pack. Because Dr. Aritsu, nobody cares about Do and Ku, but you know they'll throw them in. So that's 3. And then Super Saiyan 4 Daima and Super Saiyan 3 Daima, both respectively. And they could just have SS4 Daima be the new like SS4. And what I would do if it were me, I would split it up. I would have the males get the GT version like of SS4, and I would have the females get the Daima version of Super Saiyan 4. Because they don't have to add that weird little bra thing that they do, because that SS4, it has the extra clips of fur that come out into the middle of the chest that kind of have that little V pattern or whatever. They can use that for convenient censorship of that design. So there you go. That's how we get around the SS4 problem. But that Daima pack would be solid, and then they still, honestly, you can get 6 because you got Arinsu, Duanku, SS3 Mini Vegeta, SS4 Mini Goku, and then one playable version of Goma, Giant Goma, not Giant Goma, but like Broly size Goma. And then you add a new raid, and then you have Giant Goma. Easy. Easy. Thanks for showing your love with the likes. I see you guys out there. Thanks for the likes. Yeah, I feel like Diamond would be okay for the women because of the chest situation. That way you don't have to really censor it, but it's technically self-censored already. But then, you know, you give the classic fans what they want with the male characters.
This is no place. Now you've done it. If you let yourself be defeated, you wouldn't have to suffer.
Yo, what's up, Clippy? We got Clippy in the building. Damn it, too late on the draw.
I'll kill you.
Okay, this move said it. I kind of knew about it already, but I quit using it. I don't know why, but yeah, it is. It's probably the best one for this raid. It is the best one for this raid, in fact.
No!
Well done. Make sure to keep training.
Yeah, it is quick. It peeled about 2 minutes off. So yeah.
About to start a special class. I hope to see you all there. If you want. You know, whatever. No pressure.
The only bad thing about it is it doesn't work. It won't work on Goku or Vegeta. So if you ever wanted to switch up, you know, that's not gonna work on them, but it'll work on Broly. That's the only flaw to that build.
Watch out! Bad news! The wait rate at the moment is turning.
Destroy everything!
It makes me wonder why they haven't patched it already, because you know they'll sit there like, oh, you think you're getting the easy time? Well, we patched it out. Fuck you. Even more poison. Nah, it doesn't work like that. Oh, you thought you was sneaky, huh? Nope. Like I said, it's okay. Story, it's a story and Conton City Patrol. It's okay. But yeah, as far as the characters and the moves, that's the disappointing part. And that's the actual replayability aspect of a Xenoverse game. Or a Xenoverse DLC.
Well done. Make sure to keep the
Marba hasn't even popped once.
Watch out for these bad moves. Look away for even a moment. It's cursed.
Annoying piece of crap. Now you've done it. Let yourself be defeated. You wouldn't have to suffer.
Yeah, they don't feel strong. Everyone's glazing that one Frieza super attack, but then they forget that it doesn't take the Xenoverse 2 community long to adapt to something, and that's not really hard to avoid.
Kill you!
Keep going. You've almost won.
I won't die.
Yeah.
I will kill
Trash.
you someday!
Yeah, I don't know. Look, let me be fair with them. I'll be fair on one thing. I don't know what you would do with Rose. It would just be a pink Super Saiyan Blue. I mean, if you can have an Awoken, I guess have it. But it's not like Super Saiyan 4 where you could do, like, it's at least, at the very least, a radical new design, like a radical change from the other Super Saiyans. But you can do stuff with Super Saiyan 4, like if they incorporated like the Super Saiyan God mechanic and maybe added like the Beast combo mechanic on top. That's what I wanted for Broly. Like if they added like a bonus damage mechanic and like a different combo route mechanic, I feel like that would have saved the character. I'll also say this.
You can do a lot better than that.
Yeah, I actually got a level up there. That's surprising. But what I will say, what they do need to update is the music. Because I know you guys noticed in the stream, I'm playing all the old tracks that sound like a million times better. And that's not just against Xenoverse 2. Because Xenoverse 2 has a good playlist, but they haven't updated it. And they need to update it. Like you got all the tracks going around with Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle and occasionally Dragon Ball Legends. You need to spread some of that love over here. And a lot of the modern Dragon Ball games, they just don't have good music. Like they rely on like the actual anime music, which you can't play on streams or in videos because you'll get copyrighted. But they don't have a good solid base game soundtrack. And I think that's a lost art. Like they let that art go out the door with Kenji Yamamoto, and I'm like, they need to rehire him. Nobody cares about what he did in the past, because he didn't plagiarize all his tracks. It was only a couple of them that they could like directly compare with the other ones, and what he did would count as what they call it, fair use, because they were adaptations enough to where they became their own unique thing. They just I don't get that. Now, I think like the difference between Dragon Ball soundtracks, or at least Dragon Ball game soundtracks, you know how they had that meme in Tekken that they pulled from The Simpsons, where like they had every dude coming out with like a boombox or something. They had two dudes walking around with boomboxes. They had like the younger versions coming out with like trash music, and then they had the old dudes wagging their fingers to their tune. It's sort of like that with Dragon Ball games. Like everyone who remembers the PS2 and PS3 era Dragon Ball games, literally every game had a banger soundtrack. And then now, like you can like Spark and Zero sounds like trash. It kind of feels like that. You know why they don't give us that? You want to know why? Because they know if they do, they'll never sell another new game again. They know, especially if they put online on it. Oh, bro, you'll never get people, because they won't do better. They won't try to do better. If they make Tenkaichi 3 online on PS4, PS5, it's a done. If they put Raging Blast 2 and Raging Blast 1 on PS4, PS5 with online, you done. You are done. People at that point, because the game was so good that people will ignore the newer characters. They won't care about the Dragon Ball Super characters. And we kind of already accepted that GT wasn't going to be in Raging Blast 2 or Raging Blast 1. So you wouldn't be able to bait people with the new games anymore, because the gameplay quality has decreased. I know, the old OST is just golden. You're not touching the old OST. Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle gets close. It has a good sound. Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, it doesn't have a horrible soundtrack, but it's just like, I feel like it's a mid. I feel like it's a 6 or 7 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's not like, you know, up there. But Spark and Zero, nah. Nope. Straight dog water.
nothing.
Yeah, right. Now everyone can keep their attacks to themselves when I actually need them to be bombarding him.
I won't die. I will kill you someday!
Well done. Make sure to keep training.
Man, I want Majin 21 like yesterday. I want them to go out of their way to make her OP as hell. I don't care. I don't know, cause again, it's gonna end up being Super Saiyan 4, but it's like people are fatigued with like the Saiyans. Cause like literally everyone needs a transformation. Like at least the humans do. And I don't know why they're not just doing the Dragon Ball Online lore with the humans, cause technically they do it, but they don't acknowledge it with the Awokens. Where technically there are no humans, but it's just like it's Saiyans with more blood in them, and then there's Saiyans that have lesser blood, because by the time of Dragon Ball Online, most of planet Earth is technically Saiyan, because Goku's and Vegeta's genes have spread that much. So most people have Saiyan blood in them anyway. That being said, they could very easily do the same thing that Dragon Ball Online did and have like an Earthling character wish for like more Saiyan blood. So like they would have the same Earthling moveset, but they would have like the Saiyan transformations, like at least the Super Saiyan transformations. And I feel like that would solve the problem in a way. Like just have them get all this different Saiyan Awokens. And then like I feel like the Saiyans could still stand to get Great Ape to mimic the Namekians when they turn giant. So there's like turn giant isn't just one group of people and done. I feel like they could definitely do Great Ape, Golden Great Ape, and then like Super Saiyan 4, either Daima or GT. So I don't know how they would handle the Great Apes though, because I feel like you could do like Great Ape and then have it all wrapped into one where they go from regular Great Ape to Golden Great Ape. But I don't know if they would want to go ahead and do all the damage buffs that would be necessary with that. Because I don't want just, I feel like that should be bare minimum a 60% increase in damage and tankiness. I don't know how they would do it, but I feel like they have to do the Great Apes. I feel like they have to, and they could get that in through Bardock. Have Bardock get SS4, but also have like a transformation mechanic for the Great Apes, and they would just play similar to the Namekians. I don't see the problem. Obviously, they're not going to stretch their arms and do all that, but Mouth Blast, Flamethrower, because in GT they revealed that they don't just have Ki Blast up from the mouth, they actually breathe fire too. So they can have that too. And then like GT Super Saiyan 4 Daima SS4. But I just don't know. They've gotten lazy. I feel like it's a lot of laziness, and I feel like they've spread their development team too thin. And instead of doing anything great, they're doing a whole bunch of things at the mediocre level. Because most people are going to say that Xenoverse 2 is getting scraps. as far as the characters, and I would not be able to defend that. The only thing that, I mean, they could also do Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken for the same. Might as well.
You wouldn't have to suffer. I'll kill you!
Beautiful. Also, again, they need to go in and shake up the meta again, and they need to go in and patch some moves, or they need some more buffs and nerfs and like reworks. They usually do that like at least once a year. They used to do that once a year, and they need to go back and do it again. They need to rebuff, re-nerf, or just make some big changes. Change how we play the game. Refresh the game. Make some, like, that's all they gotta do.
No complaints here. You're incredible.
That's why I'm on their ass on Twitter. They try to post like everything is good. I'm on their ass on Twitter. But bruh, instantly, let me show you some shit right here. It's not that one. Let me find like the biggest offender. This move is so freaking garbage. And it's like they don't know what the hell to do with this move. That needs a major buff. Especially since it's a God of Destruction move. Major buff. Major buff. Requiem of Destruction. Major buff. It needs since Vados is stronger than Whis, that move ought to be just ridiculously strong. It should. It needs a major buff. And like a rework to how it activates. Or what happens when it activates. I think the opponent ought to be locked into it, like how they do the Supreme time impact moves, but better. Like it ought to freeze the person in place, and then they shouldn't be able to escape it at all, and it should be locked in. And it needs faster activation. And I think they need to rework how this move tracks. I feel like the disadvantage they gave it was just too garbage. Let's see what else needs a rework. Cause some of these, like excellent full course, they fucked with it. It had like a secret tech to it that involved like power up moves, and they fuck with it. And literally no one uses this move anymore. Literally just because it takes too long, and most people have vanished before you or they'll use their escape move before you actually get to finish it. Like, just look, most people don't use the majority of these moves, and there's like an actual reason why. Burning Spin? How long has this move sat here begging to be buffed? They won't do anything right with this move. Like, it's sad. It's just sitting there. It clearly needs more damage. It needs more damage. I don't know what the hell they're smoking by not buffing this move. Impure Slash, garbage. It's garbage, and it takes too long, and people would instantly punish you for it. It's no reward with it. It's just all risk. and like limited style. Let's see what else. A lot of these are down here are okay. Let's see. All the dead end moves. Let me see. Where are they? Dead end bullet and dead end rain. They need major buffs. And like a slight rework to how that like they're animated so that they hit better. But both of these moves need major buffs. Shock and Death Ball, major buff. Vados, some of her animations need a rework. Some of them. Major buff. That's what it needs, a major buff. This needs a major buff. Both of these need a major buff. Major buff, because most people have gotten used to how this move works, and it's actually just, it's no reason to use it. It needs somewhat of a rework and a buff. Super attack wise, we'll be sitting here all day. Let's see, where do I even start? Where do I even start? Shining Friday. This needs a major buff. I don't know what the hell. It needs like a rework. I don't know what they intended for this move to be, but it's nothing. It's just like a nothing move. It's like a filler move. That needs a major buff. But let's see. Let's see. What else? I'm trying to find the main candidate here because it's one move that I've had in mind for a long while. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Thunder Eraser needs a major buff. This move, they nerfed this move. It's just so ridiculous. This move and literally all the drain moves need major buffs. Major buffs. But Thunder Eraser needs a major buff and a rework. It should. This is probably why 17 is garbage. Cause this move right here, Flash Bomber, needs to be rebuffed to pre-nerf status, and it needs a buff on the damage. Let's see what else. Major buff. This needs a major buff and a rework to the tracking because it is garbage. Dimensional Hole needs a major buff because I don't know what the hell they were smoking with this move. All of Vados' attacks need major buffs, basically all of them. Trap Shooter, major buff. Psycho Barrier, major buff. Heavenly Arrow, I feel like needs a major buff. I think God Splitter was kinda I think it was okay where it was, but people just forgot about it and it just kind of fell out on the meta. So I don't know what they could do with that move. Blaster Ball, buff. Gigantic Breaker, buff. Ray Blast, yeah, buff. Yeah, his ultimate attack needs a buff too. Destructive Flare, major buff, major buff. They need to change Double Crusher because that whole thing of getting hit and the move disappearing, that needs to be changed. It's ridiculous how trash this move is, and it has no purpose. But I could go on all day because there's tons of moves that need reworks. That's another thing. Since it's Dimps, I don't see why Dimps doesn't just pull moves from old games they've already done and adapt them to the new game, to Xenoverse 2. Because there's a lot of awesome moves that they need to pull and put up here.
Watch out for these bad moves, but can wait for even a moment in its turn.
Let yourself be defeated. You wouldn't have to suffer.
Yeah.
Keep the pressure on. We're in the final stretch now. Keep going, you've almost won.
It's like they had, it's weird because it's like they had a good idea in the beginning with a dimensional hole, but they didn't like address the logistics. They didn't say, well, hold up, maybe we need to paralyze the opponent so they're stuck for the actual follow-up. And then also, I don't know, like make it to where it could be used while being hit. Like if you're blocking a ultimate or a super attack, make it to where you could pop the move while you're being hit and then like retaliate against the opponent. I mean, that would be good. I mean, I wish there was enough characters to make videos on. I want them to come in, and again, that's another thing. When you redo the moves, people can do more content covering the changes. That's also a thing that could benefit your community.
No complaints here. You're incredible.
What's up, Tobarama in the house? You got the legend Tobarama TV. So essentially, you only get two attribute points per level up. Yeah, I don't know. Yep, I said this earlier. Custom partner keys. I want custom partner Kale and Khalifa. I feel like they could be good or better, because I know Kale would be better with Key Blast Cannon. I mean, I know people are going to say that could be any character with Key Blast Cannon, but I know her heavy, where she stuns the opponent with that gut punch, like that she carries them with. Like, oh, let me show you. I already know like what would be better on Kale instantly, and it would be enough to make her a meta character.
I'm sorry, I don't fight for free.
You're an android. I bet you're a lot tougher than the rest.
Okay.
You're the powerhouse.
That right there,
Better take you out quick.
this right here, Key Blast Cannon, GG. Right there, bop, bop, bop. Key Blast Cannon. That instantly would be better. And look how much damage. That's before the Key Blast Cannon. So that would be an easy, what, like 5,000 combo? A good reset. Just heavy light, bam, Key Blast Cannon. Heavy light, Key Blast Cannon. Instantly. Instantly. Key Blast Cannon again, right there. Easy. Cause you can super cancel off of that. But like on the ground, Key Blast Cannon reset all day. All day, Kale would become a monster. Like she would hit harder than custom partner hit. Day one with Key Blast Cannon. That's all she needs. Nothing else. I don't know if she would. I don't know if Key Blast Cannon would work off of that. Let me see. Nah, it wouldn't work because you can't super cancel off of that. But at least she has two solid combos. Her full square and her heavy light heavy that could go in the Key Blast Cannon. That would make her a star overnight. Just overnight. I'm waiting for the chance. I'm like, give me that move already. Now maybe right here, maybe Key Blast Cannon would work with her her 5 square. Like if she's close to the ground, I know it'll work. So again, that's an example of a character like needing a custom key partner set. Now Caulifla gets a little bit more dicey. I don't think too many custom moves are gonna save her. I don't know, but it's really all Kale. Kale is like that linchpin character. If she gets one move, you give this bitch one move, it's the end of all of us. No, it's like that. But she deserves to have a move like that. If you're gonna let Hit and Bardock go around doing the shit that they're doing, she might as well have it. Low key, I think that Android 21 kind of has similar potential. Now let me see. Yeah, she could probably Key Blast Cannon because she can cancel. Yeah, she could Key Blast cancel, and I think she would catch them just in time. I think it would just be stats with her, though. I think it would just be raw stats. And I think she would have that one combo. But Android 21, I think she's similar to Kale. Where, it, like, literally it would take one move to make her good. Yeah, again, I love this game and I already have ideas off the dome for this game. I want it to do better because it'll make it even more exciting to play. Supreme Cab Time, I think she just should have custom partner for good purpose. I don't know about what would change majorly on her, but I think like anyone could become like a GOAT off of a custom key partner set. Even Android 13. Bro, people been salivating for this character to become a custom key partner. Because we already know what's going to happen with him. Most of these characters, it's a shame that Key Blast Cannon is that good that would be the linchpin for most of these characters in this damn game. One move, ninja. One move to own them all.
Believe it or not, I'm a martial artist.
Okay, so let me see. I can kind of tell which combo. That's a big bitch.
I'm not gonna make this easy for you.
Okay, so. Let's see what's going on with her heavy combo. Oh yeah, there's the on the ground at least. On the ground at least, that would be her Key Blast Cannon combo. That would be the money shot right there. All I'm saying is, why can't they do both though? Why can't they do both festival skills and custom key partners?
Not very tasty, are you?
Now, what I think with Android 21, I think they would probably hand her a bunch of Android 18 skills and a couple more Majin skills. So let me look. I can kind of tell what they would put on her. I think she would end up getting both, like both Tournament of Power and regular at 18 skills. So Power Blitz. But I mean, this 18, like regular Z18, really doesn't give that much in the way of like competitive moves, except for Deadly Dance. Now, Android 21 with Deadly Dance, with what I just showed you, oh boy. Give it to me right now. Like, I'm thinking about that. That would be perfect. She would technically get a lot of the Z Fighters techniques because she's like an android and a Majin, but she's like a bio android. So technically she would be like Cell, and then she would just like pick up a lot of the Z Fighter skills. But like right there, Deadly Dance Festival. I don't see why she couldn't get Steel Mirage, but she literally all the 18 skills. Probably a lot of Cell skills, but he doesn't have that much. I think she would definitely get like a regular blue Kamehameha. Probably would pick up some Videl skills because female. You know, they got to spread all the female skills on all the female characters. So I don't know about like Seagull combination, but maybe Burning Swan. Maybe they'll throw that on her. Maybe Eagle Kick too, since like kicking is like heavy in her moveset. Ill Rain, Ill Flat, but I don't know, because I think they would save a lot of like the deeper Majin moves for Majin 21. But it's like a lot that I can see her ending up picking up for her preset. I don't know about Pendulum Bullet, maybe Pendulum Bullet. I don't know. I've been looking at Dragon Ball Fighters for what they can put on her, that she doesn't have already. A lot of it would be combat animations because there's some stuff that doesn't get covered on her yet. Yeah, the food thing is run its course. They need to go ahead and get rid of him and bring Toa and Mira back. Drop Dr. Ritsu, Meki Kabara, basically Toa's father. Bring them back into the fold. But then that gets weird because here's the thing, and it gets confusing. I think he's the grandfather though, because we know in Dragon Ball Daima we've already seen what the father looks like, so I think it would be the grandfather. Unless it's like the oh no, it would still have to be the grandfather. Again, yes, this man Swarmfield said it. Where's Fasha?
Watch out, bad news. The quick read in a moment is coming.
Damn it! Annoying piece of trash. If you let yourself be defeated, you wouldn't have to suffer. Impossible!
You're in the final stretch now. That's one. This makes the bad news. Capture it and send it right back where it came from.
Well done! Make sure to keep training!
I don't know, some people have been saying that the rights issues have been worked out, but I've not seen any evidence because Akio Yoku was free to continue doing Dragon Ball game stuff regardless, so I don't know. I still don't think you're gonna be seeing a new anime. I think Dragon Ball Super is over.
it! This attack is nothing!
Jump Fighters, World Fighters. I don't know. Again, I think with all the bullshit they had from the from Jump Force 1 and the rights issues that they had to struggle with, I don't know if they're privy to do that again. I do not know if they want to go down that road again.
Well done. Make sure to keep training.
They don't know what to do. And again, they want to take the easy route. That's the problem. They want the easy business model where they don't have to give us too much. So they don't raise expectations. So that they keep getting away with doing just lazy crap. That's as easy as I can say it. That's the easiest as I can put it. They want to be lazy. They want to drip content. They want to just drip it in. That's not working anymore. People are tired of that format. Especially in Xenoverse where you can redo different, like I would not care if they did like a Future 18, Future 17, like from Trunks' Corrupted Future. Since we're dealing with Xenoverse and time hijinks, all I ask is give them new animations. I don't mind if you reuse some, but make them feel like a new experience to play from what we already have. They got an easy job. They're making it hard.
Watch out, Mr. Bad News. We're going for even a moment of its curtain.
Destroy everything! You've done it! If you let yourself be defeated, you wouldn't have to suffer.
Keep the pressure on.
I'll kill you!
Beautiful. But like, yeah, they got That's what I'm saying. I know they can do it because I look at how Gekishin Squadra handled a lot of these characters, specifically 17 and 18. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the super attacks. I'm looking at how the character plays. I'm like, where's this uniqueness in Xenoverse 2? I'm looking at their interpretation of Turn of the Power 18, and I'm like, hold on, where the fuck was all this shit? Axle dance, the little electricity she gets on her combos, the types of super attacks that she was doing over there. I was like, oh, where the hell was all that on our R18, our Turn of the Power 18? But that's a good example of all you gotta do is make them play differently, use different attacks. That's all. But I'm like, Gekishin Squadra pissed me off because, like, with a lot of the characters that they were working with, I'm like, all this could have been in Xenoverse 2. Every last bit of it. Why not?
Well done. Make sure to keep training.
Like, I get it to a degree because they want people to come play that version of that character over in Gekishin Squadra for a while.
Hey, everybody.
But like, I'm not asking, like with like the Bojack situation, I'm not asking like Bojack be a character that spawns his underlings and his combos in Xenoverse 2. No, I want each individual character. Gokui, Bujin, the other one, Paprika, it's a weirdly pronounced name, but Zangya, all those characters and full power Bojack, I want them each individually playable with their own moveset. It's not that hard to do. It's called creativity. It's all you gotta have. Then I'll give them credit, they made a brand new stage. Cool. Bojack movie, that's at least like what, 4 new stages? You add that first stage where they like were doing the Royal Rumble bit with Krillin, Trunks, Tien, like when they first showed up. Then you have the other one, which was like the underground lava stage or whatever. You can have that one. Then you can have like the city sector where the movie kind of wrapped up. All 3 new stages right off of 1 DLC that they could do easily. Easily. No problem. I think we actually need a better Arctic stage. I think this one is whatever. Like, it's that one movie 10 stage. But it's like, I feel like we should be getting the one from the 13 movie. Like actual glaciers. A nice big white snowy stage with a big waterfront. Still to this day pissed off that with Dragon Ball Superhero we didn't get Piccolo's house with the big ass lakefront. Or the rainy version of the Red Ribbon Army base. Like the actual destroyed version, it looks more epic. Like, come on. Where is all this? Because honestly, this whole DLC, this move is sadly the best move out there for this whole DLC pack, the evasive. That's sad to me. And it's not even optimal because it costs 4 bars. They need to hot patch that and make it only 3 bars.
I will kill you someday!
And yet here we are, like the 10 billionth time I've taken you out, Broly. Sit your ass down. Cause they know they have to put Chi-Chi in and they don't want to do that. But then it's like you also have the option of 23rd World Martial Arts Chi-Chi. So, I mean, there's that. But I feel like that ought to be a free DLC at this point.
You can do a lot better than that.
A Dragon Ball DLC ought to be free. So, Demon King, Piccolo, whichever Chi-Chi you want to pick. I don't know if they need to do like a Dragon Ball adult Goku or a Dragon Ball teen Goku. Because technically he was a teenager. Unless they can make the model look really, really good. And they give us like meteor combination. And they actually give us like the moves that he was doing back then. I feel like that could work. So you could do, I mean, it depends on how you want to go. I would get all of them. I get, do we have, no, we don't have Roshi. So Roshi, Demon King, Piccolo, Chi-Chi, 23rd World Martial Arts Chi-Chi, Small Goku from Dragon Ball, Teen Adult Goku from Dragon Ball. Maybe you could do Piccolo Jr. or Ma Jr. or, you know, Piccolo from that timeline. Ron Fawn. Maybe a special launch, but she would be like more weapons oriented. So they could get her in too. Maybe do costume updates for Tien and Yamcha. Let's see, who else? Who else would be like a must add? Maybe do a special honorable mention character for Lady Red, like this really unique rare character that Akira Toriyama made, Lady Red. That would be an awesome character to add. The possibilities are endless.
I'm about to start a special class. I hope to see you all there. If you want. You know, whatever. No pressure.
Then Garlic Jr. Bro, we would get so much from Garlic Jr. It would be ridiculous. Like Garlic Jr. and the Spice Boys. Like the ones from the movie and the ones from the filler arc. Those outfits, people would people would go bonkers over those outfits. They're like the classic like non-Saiyan armor, but still like demonic armor. Period. People would love that character, like that armor. Period. I feel like as characters though, Garlic Jr. and then Garlic Jr. Makio Star transformation. Maybe not a transformation, but like that's what they would name the slot for Big Garlic Jr. And then like I think they would go with like the Spice Boys from the filler saga, since that's what people are familiar with mostly. But then you have like the henchman armor from the movie as like a personal reward, like a raid reward. Yeah, we do need that too. Nobody forgot about that. It's just like the DLC that would have been the one that they would have added it on. It's already passed.
Watch out for some bad news. Look away for even a bump in these curtains.
Annoying piece of trash. You've done it. This attack is nothing. Impossible!
Right back where it came from.
I mean, we all know my haters care about me. That's why they try to keep tabs on me, and they try to pretend like they don't look, but they been looking. I know. I got eyes and ears everywhere.
You can do a lot better than that.
What's up, Victoria?
Watch out for some bad news. Look away for even a bump in these curtains.
Annoying piece of trash. You've done it. This attack is nothing.
All the fun folks wait till I get to work. Well, you know the other people don't get on until they can clickbait stuff. I'm on because I'm having fun with the DLC, even though it's not the best that it could be. But you know, I do it for the fans. I do it for you guys. That's the difference between having content creators that care about you versus the ones that don't.
I won't die. I will kill you someday!
Well done. Make sure to keep training.
Wait a minute. I think they hard stuck my level or something. I'm noticing my experience is not going up from regular battle anymore. What the hell is this?
An extra special class is about to begin. I bet your next players.
Yeah, I've been hard stuck at 300,000 about 350,000 left to go. They won't let me go above that for some reason. That's so weird. Let me log out and log back in and see if that's a glitch or something. I don't know, but I just noticed that I'm not going past 350K. It won't go down. Yeah, that's so weird. I think we just made a discovery if it doesn't go up after this.
You wouldn't have to suffer.
Keep going.
I won't die.
All right, let's see what happens.
Kill you someday.
Well done. Make sure.
Yeah, it's not moving. It's not moving for some reason. The level won't go. Well, that's a discovery. So once you get to level 164, for some reason, you won't be able to level up naturally. You must do TP medals. Freaking wow. Just wow, 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 wow. That's so, why? Why though, why? That's so grimy. That can't be an accident. That has to be intentional. Why? Oh, maybe if I do a different parallel quest. Maybe if I do a different parallel quest, it'll change something. I don't know. We gotta check all uncharted avenues. Of course, everyone's stunning the balls out of him. What? He wasn't even aiming towards me. There we go. Jump him, jump him. Don't let him rest. Take his lunch money. Okay, let's see what happens now.
You can do a lot better than
Finally, it moved. Finally. Okay, so my hypothesis is that if you grind the same mission too many times, it'll glitch and just get stuck. That was an ordeal. That was an ordeal. Thankfully, I guess when you start getting stuck, the new tech is just go do another quest and it'll unstick it. That's the, I guess we're gonna coin that as the Future Saga Chapter 3 glitch. Immediately goes back to doing the Broly quest. I know. I think they do that on purpose. Like, you know, I don't need you during my combo, but obviously I need you during the time where Broly's trying to jump me. What are you doing? Oh, damn, I just noticed. We got a hacker.
This attack is nothing.
Oh, how's your big ass avoiding that? What the fuck? Well, jump him, you big jolly green giant motherfucker. Don't just stand there blocking and shit. Hacking son of a bitch. Do something. Even as a damn hack character, you useless as Much good this hacking character did. Big useless stand up in the road motherfucker.
No complaints.
Okay, and then it goes back down. Okay. Good, good. I know, right?
Watch out, this was bad news. We're going to wait for even a moment in its curtains. Damn it! Destroy everything! This attack is nothing!
Can't lie, this the best move set.
No complaints here.
Oh, it gets hard stuck again. It got hard stuck again. No. Again, they did that on purpose. They're just trying to keep people from grinding Broly for experience because they know that. And I think they built that in on purpose. So now I gotta go do another type of parallel quest. You dirty bastards. That's not by accident. They did that shit on purpose.
You can do a lot
Yep, and
better
fixed
than
it
that.
right back. So that's intentional. You're not convincing me otherwise. That was a fucking choice. Quit grinding the same mission. No EXP for you. All right, so we got level 166. I think this is a good place to end the stream. I discovered a glitch in Future Saga Chapter 3. I'm gonna dub it. What I'm gonna dub it is the Future Saga Chapter 3 glitch. I know it's a pretty simplistic name, but I think I gotta spread the word on that because I can see a lot of people just getting stuck on that and not knowing what the hell is going on. But we're gonna stop the stream right there. We got a good solid 3-hour stream in. Feel like that's good. That's a big accomplishment, you know. I could definitely go longer. You guys missed it last weekend. I did a 10-hour stream. I did like 5 hours on YouTube and went and did 5 hours on Twitch. Like I broke it down. It was a Dragon Ball and Digimon stream. You guys are missing out with Digimon Story Time Stranger, guys. You got to check out the Twitch Primordial Chief Perfection over on Twitch TV if that's where you want to go. I probably will stream one more time tonight. Probably. This time it'll be over on Twitch. So you want to go ahead and if you want to set up and camp up over there too, go ahead and follow me on all social media. But I think this stream right here, it's in the books. Got to put it in the books. We did a good time. We had a good time. We had a lot of people. Victoria joined us, even though she's at work, you know. She couldn't exactly hop in the way that she wanted to, but she did show up. A lot of different people showed up. Tobarama TV showed up. All you guys showed up. Flawless Federation, enjoy the rest of your day. Lord Paragon, Perfection and Natural Selection. We out.